You are listening to Single Smart Female. This is Jen, explaining the possibilities in your love life and examining your mantourage dating experiences. I am here to help you do life and love on your terms by tipping the scales of love permanently in your favor. So don't forget to text this episode to all of your single smart girlfriends, and let's get started. Hello there, single smart female. It's your romantic fairy godmama coming to you today with a romantic fairy godmama quickie. The topic for today is, are you only there for women under these circumstances? Now, what are these circumstances, you may be asking? And the circumstances are when shit hits the fan, when stuff is really awful, when everything is just falling apart for said woman, friend, colleague, etc. And I'm going to say that the majority of women, this is the only time that they're comfortable being there for these women. Everything else, if the status quo, is fine. But once that woman starts going into amazing things happening in her life, then she loses your attention. And why does this happen? Well, it's because a lot of times we're feeling a little insufficient in our piece of our life, and we're not comfortable. We are not comfortable as women celebrating other women and their successes unless we're at the same level of success. And I'm not talking about just career success. I'm talking about any kind of success. And I see this a lot, especially in young girls. And it drives me fucking batty. They're not allowed to celebrate. If they do, it's considered bragging. It's considered you're not being humble enough. And there's no place for them to celebrate who they are. So they manufacture a bunch of shit so that they're actually able to connect with other girls, because otherwise those girls will start emotionally assaulting them. And it breaks my heart because it starts when we're really young and it continues into adulthood. So I want you to really think about it and be honest with yourself, because I know there have been periods of time in my life when this indeed was the case. Are you only willing to be there for another woman during the shit times? Because what happens too is the more we focus on just the shit, the more of the shit we get in our own lives. And this is not a cycle that we want to perpetuate. Of course, we need to be there for our girls in that capacity when they need us, but we also need to be there when everything is going amazingly, and we need to celebrate each other at the same time, lift each other up, giving each other some metaphorical high fives, hell yeah, maybe actual literal as well, and celebrating how amazing we are as women and letting us celebrate that within ourselves and being comfortable with it. Because that's the way we go to the next level as women. Ripping each other apart because we're uncomfortable with each other's successes is some bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. And you will never, if that's the type of woman you are, which I don't think you are, but just if there's a part of you that's still there, make sure you're not being hypercritical, overly critical because of these things. Even if they're not somebody, they don't agree with you and think exactly the way you do. It is still okay that we celebrate the success of women and keep celebrating it and perpetuate a culture between women where it is wonderful that we keep going higher, keep succeeding, even if we have different manners of execution. And really looking at each other as a collective and not having the need to tear each other down, not having the need to talk behind each other's backs. I admire a lot of women. Are there women out there that I don't admire as much? Yes, it is absolutely true. But it's very rare you're going to find me talking about them. In fact, I don't think I do at all. And if I do, I'll make sure I check myself. One of the things that my husband loves about me is that I celebrate women. You know, if I see an attractive woman, I don't have the need to criticize the different faults that she has in front of him. I celebrate how gorgeous she is, how smart she is. If she's a great businesswoman, I will celebrate the hell out of that shit. And we need more women to do this because we need an environment where it is wonderful for us to grow. And it's imperative that we include this celebration piece in order for us as women individually to feel comfortable growing. And then again, we don't end up manufacturing shit in our lives just to be able to connect with other women, okay? So that's something I want you to chew on for today's quickie. Talk to you soon. Hey, Lover Girl. Thanks for joining me today and texting this episode to all of your single smart girlfriends. If you have a question that you'd like to submit for on-air consideration or want to learn more about working with me, then meet me over at singlesmartfemale.com. See you there.